Like since the very beginning, from the genesis of sending it out to, I would say, 7 of my closest friends in education, once the idea was given to me, from even to now. Every time somebody hears what the vision and purpose is and what we're doing for kids, not just in Northern Virginia, but in Maryland and West Virginia as well, leading up to last year's conference, people are on board because they see that it's authentic. They see that kids are leaving with not only information they can use now, but for the rest of their lives.
People, two things, people that you would have never thought that their story would be, as last year Marcus D. Wiley came, to know the story and the history behind the person that you listen to every morning on the radio. It gives you a endearment or a connection with them. Not only that, but the people that administrate and run I.C.E, such as Victor Powell, these are people that not only are there for you one day out of the year, but they really give you a sense that if you ever need anything, they're a phone call away. They want to help you with not only your education, but also in your upbringing, in your life. What I saw for the youth that were there, these are people that really care about not just a wonderful conference, but wonderful success in the lives of the youth that were there.
I think one of the really unique things about I.C.E is that it offers a broad range of topics that are discussed during the day. Everything from interpersonal relationships, standardized testing, all of these issues that our students have to deal with when they go away to live on their own at college and even during high school.
So my name is Antoine Stokes. I'm in 8th grade. When I went to the I.C.E conference, I thought it was nice because there were speakers from different areas, and from the last one that we had, I think he was a comedian, and he was talking about like what college he went to and what paths to go down and what paths to don't go down.
Well, I think it's important for every young person to have a professional and personal development process in their lives. And that's what I.C.E provides. It provides a long list of professionals, educators, scientists, mathematicians, and community workers to come out and just show young people that there are a variety of options in life for you to become a better person.
My name is Dylan. I'm in 7th grade. When I attended I.C.E this September, it was a good experience for me. Different lessons and teaching me thing about how to prepare yourself for the future.
Since the genesis of talking to Mr. Powell about this event, not even event, this experience that we wanted to bring to not only to Loudoun County but to the youth here, it's been a transformation in so many ways, because I think to me initially it was just I had at the time I had 2 kids that were in elementary school. What does that look like for me? I didn't really have middle school or high school at the time, so to me I was just like, hey, this would be great for my kids at some point. Well, now I have 2 kids that are, one's in 6th grade, one's in 8th grade, and quite honestly, it's kind of hard for me to even think that I'm gonna have someone in high school next year. And what have they gotten out of this? And to me, what they've gotten out of it is just exposure, and that's truly what I really wanted, for them, and for, I think even in my first time, doing an interview, I talked about that exposure that I had to a young man showing me how to tie a tie, showing me how to do an interview, put together a resume, having a conversation with an adult. I was always brought up, you got to put a title on anybody you talk to. It's Mr. and Miss. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But just having exposure to what's an engineer, what does the engineer actually do? Electrical engineer, mechanical engineer. What does it actually mean? What does an accountant do? But to me, that's what this whole experience has been, that exposure.
I trust these people normally to guide me in the right direction with sports and my personal career.
The people that are in the conferences, the people that are orchestrating the conferences, what you'll find is there's a personal aspect that they bring in. Not only that this is my occupation and this is how I can tell you to be successful in doing what I do, but also this is how my occupation, this is how I connect with this, and also how it affects my family, how I do community outreach and how it affects my family, how I am a law enforcement officer, and this is what I bring home to the table. And it has helped me tremendously being a newlywed and understanding this is my job. However, this is what happens when I take my job home with me.
It's skills, life skills, career skills, also higher education skills, but skills that are transformative, not just age, but also no matter where you are in your life, you're always going to be able to want to think about how am I giving back to my community? You know, how can I definitely improve upon my professional skills? How can I develop my networking skills? Allowing kids to understand that their mission and vision is beyond them, and connecting with positive people in the community, so that they see, okay, not only what am I taking from my school or what am I taking from this conference, but how can I again pour back into the community in which I reside as well.
The I.C.E conference is very unique because it offers a very broad range of topics on the agenda, and I've been very impressed with the volunteers who support the activity, as well as the keynote speakers that have participated in the last couple of years. And I think what's unique is that the keynote speakers who have been brought in are personalities that the young men and young ladies can identify with. They speak their language, they're very engaging and command their attention.
What I find the most unique about the I.C.E conference is you have a lot of conferences and a lot of things that will tell you about the statistics that are going on. The difference in other conferences and I.C.E is I.C.E actually deals with how to eliminate or how to reach above the statistic. It's showing you how to go above and beyond where you're at or where you were expected to be.
This year for the I.C.E conference for 2016, our focus is really looking at three-dimensional. Three-dimensional is taking it to the action level. The first and second year we've definitely been doing well as far as getting high quality information out, but we want to make sure that all the workshops and all the things that we're doing for our students this year are being action oriented. So we're training and actually giving them an opportunity to put some of these things into practice, so that leaving with some practical experience to go back into the schools, to go back into their community, to go back into the passions that they have, not just for themselves, but for their fellow brother and friends in their area as well. So we definitely want to take it to the next level as far as not just what we're exposing them to, but also the types of information and types of ideas, such as not just STEM, but allowing them to see STEAM, so adding the arts to it, so that kids who are not only artistically inclined, but musically inclined, so they're getting something out of it as well. We don't want to leave any of our students out as far as the dreams and passions that they have. So I definitely want to make sure that we're broadening our scope and our vision for all the different types of interests that students might have, and not making anybody feel left out in that sense.